Hey guys, Almost Addicted here. Sorry I'm so close. It's just what happens, I guess. I'd like to take some time to make a personal message. I'm sorry this is not a block for block tutorial. Without further ado, we're gonna make this house. Took about 2-3 hours making this video. Hopefully you get some inspiration from it. I'm just gonna call it Minecraft Survival House. Epic mansion in Minecraft, but really it's a Japanese house. We all know it's a Japanese house. You don't need to comment it's a Japanese house. We know it's a Japanese house, alright. But a lot of people, or not many people, because nobody likes Minecraft anymore, I don't think they do anyway. Nobody really searches how to build a Japanese house in Minecraft, and then I'll get no views whatsoever. So I'm going to call it something like how to build an epic house in Minecraft / Japanese or something. So hopefully it's not clickbait, because it is like an epic house. Hopefully you get some tips, inspiration, creative ideas from this video. You'll get something from it, basically. If you don't, then there's no hope for you. Make sure you slap that like button as well and leave a comment down below, because that really does help the channel out. So I don't know what to say really. Yeah, so have a beautiful day. Hopefully, I need a cup of tea, mate. Right, I've literally spent hours doing this, building that house, but I really do enjoy it. It's a good laugh, and I'm a geek. Yeah, I'm surprised I've got a girlfriend actually. But anyway, let's build this.
I bring you to Ninja!
What's up guys, now let's build this ninja house, or I don't know, Japanese house. Now I've started off, I'm using the mossy cobblestone, and there's about 21 gaps in between these acacia logs, and then I'm just running it round with the acacia planks. Obviously this is in the Conquest Reforged texture pack, and I'm just building up a frame now. I'm going to work around it with the oak. This is the oak in the Conquest texture pack. I've run it around 3 times, now 4 times, and now obviously those Japanese houses have got like the curls up at the side, so I'm just playing around with different ideas. Now I've put a level underneath, and this is actually the acacia fence, so I'm running around the acacia fence. You could probably do this in the normal default texture pack as well and get away with it quite easy. So yeah, as you can see, I've built that round, and then I'm just thickening up these sides for the pointy Japanese side or whatever. Now we've got acacia walls in the Conquest texture pack, so I've decided to use those, but you could obviously just use fences, which is quite kind of like an easy fix. And yeah, I'm just everywhere I've put the inner logs, I have put some acacia around it as well. Now I'm putting another layer around of the cobblestone just to make it a bit of a thicker platform, and on the inside from log to log I've put the mossy cobblestone going around it as well. Now I put a doorway that's 3, and I've got a little kind of like fence way going up that's 3 in between there as well, and I'm running a fence all the way around. You could obviously use some acacia fence. This is kind of like, I think it's a trim of the fence, and then some acacia fence going around, and some more of the wall going up as well. But I think it's got quite a cool look. I'm running it round with some oak as well. But you can obviously adapt this. If you've got the Conquest texture pack, you'll be able to have a look at this and be able to get some inspiration. Now from the inside, on the Conquest texture pack, you've got like these white blocks with like a wooden frame around it, which are awesome. I really wish Minecraft had these, but they don't. But as you can see from the outside, it makes it look, I don't know, like it's got a bit more detail. I've got some of the Japanese lanterns as well at the front, and I'm running around some acacia, so it's like 5 layers and then acacia at the top. But as you can see on the inside, I'm just going to use the same framework going around, and those white blocks with the wood going round in the Conquest texture pack, it's got like another version of it, but it's got like a V and an X, as you can see there. So you can make loads of different patterns with it, which is really I think it's quite good. I think it's amazing. I wish we had textures like this, but obviously you could adapt it by just using different forms of the white wool. I'm doing the same all the way around, so it's pretty much the same, as you can see. We've only got one doorway in, and I'm using the dark oak fences to fill it in, and that's what you usually get in a Japanese sort of like house or temple. You usually have like, it's more like bamboo, but obviously we haven't got bamboo, so instead we're using fences. At the front here, I have got a nice doorway. I'm just messing around with a few slabs and getting it in place. Obviously you can do it however you like, and there is a special stair in the Conquest texture pack that looks awesome. As I just wish it was in the default texture pack, but as you can see there, just I've placed it there at the bottom and at the top. It's got all those wooden paneling grids and stuff, so it really does give it a Japanese feel to it. Right, now around the side, obviously the windows are all going to be the same, and in the middle and across the top, as you can see, we've got those support beams. I think they're like oak stairs in the Conquest texture pack, and I've used it as a wall there as well, but you could obviously just use stairs for that little bit, which would probably solve that problem, and it would just look the same, apart from it hasn't got like the wooden slats, which is a shame really, but you never know what the future brings for Minecraft. Might bring something like that, or we might be allowed mods. I'm sure we'll have to pay for the mods in the future, but this mod pack is just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I've put the grass at the side. I'm actually going to put some trapdoors on that and put some flowers there as well, just to kind of decorate it. But as you can see, all these windows are exactly the same underneath here. Yeah, you don't have to. I suppose you could change it around to have some walls that are blank, some walls that have got the window in, some walls that don't have the window in. But as you can see from the inside, all the window sides are exactly the same. But you could change them. You could do it however you like. If you wanted white wool in a square going all the way around with some fences going around there as well, you could always do that. Now from the top, as you can see, it's coming along nicely, but I thought it needs a little bit more decoration, so I started adding some chairs in, and obviously part of the mod pack, it's got like chairs and stuff, so I'll put those in later, but I'm just putting a little like driveway. That's actually the birch at the side of it with the oak as well, and then I'm running it all the way around with a bit of bush, just hiding that concrete, but we can see the concrete path when we walk in, which is good, yeah. So now I'm decorating it. As you can see, I've just added those flowers at the side and some trapdoors. It's got like special trapdoors in this texture pack. Added some buttons on the side as well, just for that little bit of detail. Obviously, you can go a bit overboard, but I think I've kind of kept it minimalistic, but at the same time, it's got enough detail held there to make it look quite good. Yeah, it's got like tiny little chairs and stuff in this mod pack, so like it's a furniture pack as well. It's just amazing. You really want to try it out if you're on PC. If you're not, you can always adapt it, have a look at different ways that you can make chairs, and you can make your own, you know. You don't have to do it like this. It's not going to look exactly like this. Hopefully you can get a bit of inspiration from it at the very least. Now I'll go up in the air. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have like, in the four corners, I'm going to have squares. I think the squares are 7 by 7, and then one in the middle 7 by 7, and one in the middle 7 by 7 there. And as you can see, I'm going to have where you've got those 3 points of the stone, I'm going to fill that in with water and use those bits as kind of like little Japanese stones that have got like plants on and stuff. So now I'm building up the outside or the garden before I work on the top. Because I'm using the fence, I have to put a layer underneath of the block and then put the fence on top of it, because obviously the fence doesn't like join together, which is a bit of a pain. So you have to, yeah, it's a lot of work. I didn't use any world edit in this, so the only world edit I used is for filling in the water. So I spent about three hours working on this. Yeah, spent all night, but hopefully I'll get some people with a little bit of inspiration from it. And obviously I'm just putting all the fences all the way around, and as you can see, this is what I mean by moving this and then putting the fences on top, and then obviously I'll remove them after. But it's got a really clean look just using the fences, and it's combined with the acacia walls, but obviously if you use fences going up, and those are gates actually, sorry, not fences. So if you use fences going up and then gates joining along the top and the bottom, I've kind of left the outside, the four corners, I've left them open, as you can see. and that's basically because I'm going to have like little tables there and stuff with like a little bit of bush going over the top of them. So at the very front entrance, we're obviously not going to have some bush over there, but in the 4 corners and in the middle of the last 3 corners, I'm going to put bush over there and put a little bit of fences, but you'll see a little bit later. So yeah, I'm filling in all these 4 waters. As you can see, those squares, you should be able to figure out the circumference of it, or radius, I can't speak. Radius, oh god, screw it. Right, and then obviously I'm putting the plants here and stuff for decoration on top of each one of those stones. Radius, that's the one. So width all the way around, it's 7 by 7 for each one of those squares, as you can see. Obviously the front entrance is a little bit different for going in, but you can make your front entrance as big as you like. So if you go down here, I've just put 1 little log and 3 bushes on top of those things, and now I've got those little chair things like that, which is part of the mod pack. But what you could do instead is use some stairs going all the way around with a block of your choice in the middle, some fence going up with some bushes on top. It's just kind of like a little communal area. Obviously there would be more to this. You would have like different pathways going up, you'd have some maybe pink plants and stuff, or pink trees even. I think it's pink blossom or whatever it's called. And yeah, you could add like different Chinese symbols on the floor and stuff like that, just to add different detail. You could make this as maybe a spawn point or something like that. I haven't done the inside, but if you guys want me to, I could probably do that in a slow video, doing the inside and just trying and experiment different Japanese sort of styles and stuff. If you would want me to do that, probably give it a go. But as you can see, I've got the bushes on top, filling it all in. It's looking nice. Now we're working on the very top bit, so we've got all that garden out of the way. It's looking awesome. As you can see, I've just put it's 5 gaps in between, so you should be able to figure it out. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, oh god, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 by 15 at the top. God, that took a long time. I'm trying to think on my feet here while I'm wondering what's going on. So obviously I've used the quartz as well. I've got the pillared quartz at the top, so it's doing the same as what we've done with the windows at the bottom, but using the quartz slabs. And now at the side, in each middle, I'm just using a bit of oak going down it. And yeah, it's got a good feel to it. You could probably, as you can see, I'm using that funny kind of fence stuff or stair stuff that's in the Conquest texture pack, but you could always use stairs. And now it's got those little trapdoors that look like little blinds, which is perfect for Japanese sort of builds. So something like that. Instead, you could use across the top of the windowsills, you could use some trapdoors instead. And yeah, in the middle of the 2 windows, I've got just some little stairs there. Now I'm just building up the roof normal, so I'm putting stair under, stair under, stair under, and then I've got another one of the white blocks just going on top of the windowsills, as you can see, so it's a little bit thicker, and then bringing this across, and it's just stair under it, and then that's a block going across the top with some gates going across the top. I do actually change it a little bit. I did try out different techniques by putting like different logs. You can obviously put fences down the side to support the curls on the roof. Yeah, just different things like that. I've added gates around here as well on the lower roof, just as kind of like little supports. You could put trapdoors on that layer that I've just run around there as well. But yeah, I wanted to add a bit more detail into the bottom roof. Now here I've got like 1 space in between, it's like 3 by 3, and then just putting tiny little roofs, so it's 3 off the end or 4 off the end if you count the acacia, and in between there's a 5 gap in between these 2 roofs. So I build it up, I've got an anvil and then a fence on top of it. It gives it a sort of like peaked roof. I don't know, it kind of looks quite cool. And then I'm just working into it. And then I did exactly the same on the other side by building it up and round. So it's got those 2 little peaks off the roof. But obviously you can put a peak off the roof in any direction you want. And yeah, it really does look effective. It's just this roof, you've got to get the first roof and get the small roofs working first before you obviously get the roofs in. If you haven't done many roofs, I've done plenty of roofs like that where I blend one roof into the other roof. You just have to look through my other videos to actually get that if you struggle with that. Now at the top I wanted to do something with a bit more detail in regards to what blocks are used, but you could always use the detail with like different kind of blocks, like the stair blocks in combination. Now I'm using the X white blocks and then the white blocks, and then I'm using the triangle blocks now, so triangle up, triangle down, triangle up, triangle down, and then I've got like 2 big windows at the side that's 2 by 2, and then I'm just putting that stairs underneath, and then I'm actually filling it in with the fence just to make it look quite nice. But as you can see, it's got a nice look to it. It's not too detailed. We've got like a little curl in the middle there. That's just using stairs, so 2 stairs at the side of the roof, a stair on top with an acacia fence going all the way down, or the acacia wall in the Conquest texture pack. But yeah, so far I wanted to add a little bit more detail. It's obviously got some lanterns, and I've got a little bit of bush there, so I've got some plant pots, some bush, some lanterns I've added in there. I've actually put the iron bars at the top for those roofs, and then I put a bit of glowstone on each of the corners that are holding the roof up, and then I put some trapdoors around it, which is more of a Japanese trapdoor that you don't get in the normal texture pack, but you could just get away with using the trapdoors in it, which is easy enough. And then on the roof I put some more lanterns, and then I do actually change this lower roof here with a darker oak because I felt it needed a bit more. Added a bit of end rods to add some light underneath the table supports underneath there. So yeah, it really makes a difference, and as you can see, I thought it was a bit plain in the middle there, so I just added a darker colour of the slab just to run all the way around the house, and I thought it really made it come together, obviously with those lanterns on the side. Yeah, obviously it's not a block for block tutorial, and this took a long time to build. And if you're going to build something like this, it's going to be a big project, and you're obviously not going to get it straight away, but you just got to keep practicing. Hopefully you've got a bit of inspiration from this to build your very own. It doesn't have to be as detailed as this, it could be even more detailed if you wanted to. I just run a bit of stone going round the outside, and as you can see, we have now got a beautiful Japanese house slash temple. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you slap that like button and show that support by subscribing. If you haven't subscribed and you're thinking about subscribing, make sure you hit that bell button and turn on all notifications so you do not miss a video. I'm almost addicted. I shall catch you in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Peace.